Testing, testing. Alrighty. Alright, if we take a quick look at Bitcoin. We're kind of hovering around here. And yeah, it's possible we come down and test this level right here, but we're on the top of this Fibonacci speed fan. What I think, like if I could guess, right, we have a double bottom going on here, and maybe we kind of like slowly make our way up before pumping. That would be my guess. I could be very wrong. We could just fall through right here. If you look, we have a um, bullish RSI divergence. I mean, maybe we drop one more time and, you know, do a 3-touch type thing. Maybe it gets invalidated because we skyrocket all the way here, even below it, come back and stay on support. But personally, I'm thinking we're pretty good. So I had 3 requests for 3 different coins. I'm going to do cake first. As I mentioned in another video, I actually sold all my cake just because I don't think it's the time for cake anymore, because we're in a bull market. And like, yeah, sure, cake is great. It's just I personally don't think it's a viable option for a bull market. I mean, yes, it skyrocketed, but what did it do? It did what? You know, like a 4x when everything else did like 100x's. So in my opinion, your best bet is to buy like right here and farm during a bear market, right? Like buy down here, farm it, farm it, farm it, farm it, farm it while everything else is doing nothing, and then enjoy a spike and sell. That's my belief for some kind of coin like cake. That will be my plan, by the way. When we do some kind of crazy bear market again, you can expect me to try to buy at lows, farm for a long time, sell when we start moving up, and then go from there. Now, Cake has rejected off of the point of control many times now. It's probably below the VWAP right now. All my indicators got removed, so I'm super annoying. I need to fix this. The VWAP itself I actually like is green. I like it thick. Alright, well, here we go. That's better. Yeah, we're under the VWAP. If we take a look at the Fibonacci pool, we're at the CC, so yeah, like to me, this is a good time to buy. Let's see here. I don't like any of these. I still think, if anything, we really have to just break this, and once we break it, we're going to see $23. This point of control is going to be a heavy resistance, so is this trend line. Personally, like, if you really like cake, yeah, sure, right now is the time to buy. Again, like, I don't see this doing something crazy this bull run, if we're in a bull run, assuming we are. Maybe you can expect something like If I could take a guess, maybe we see a $60 cake, which is what? This bull run, another 4x, right? Like 3.5x. It's like, do you really want something that's only going to do 3.5x? And this is assuming we're in a bull market, right? If I'm wrong about this bull market, then, we're not even going to see this. But if I'm right, like if we look at other charts, it's not a good deal. To me, it's really not a good deal. If you're in cake, like I really recommend not selling out here. That's a bad idea. I mean, maybe if opportunity costs, right? Um, but look, like okay, sure, you're farming 100% a year, but or 150% a year, so maybe 10% a month. So 10% a month that does 3.5x. It's just not that great, and it's not that lucrative compared to other coins. Like you look at, I don't know what I've charted out before, but let's say Luna, which Luna is now a really good time to buy, mind you. Luna is a great time to buy. We're at the bottom of the channel almost. We could see another drop lower to hit the bottom of the channel. I don't know. Maybe we come and touch this monthly level of support. But like, if I were to predict the price of Luna, I'm expecting something wild. Um, I think like as a conservative thing, I'm expecting $150. That's also 3.5x. Um, but this chart looks primed to go. Like it's like it's it looks good. It's not some kind of pump dump back down like Cake just did. So if you're in Cake, just consider the possibility that this may not be the best play for a bull market. Is it a play for a bear market? I would say yes. So Sea War was also requested. This is Cryo Wars. The issue I have with Cryo Wars is that I only put in a little bit of money just because the real issue is that they did so many IDOs. Like there's so many. Is this even okay? Yeah, I'm live. All right, it scared me for a second. So the issue that I have with Cryo Wars is simply that they did so many IDOs that the chance, in my opinion, for us to like I think there's just so much money already in it, and that's a problem I have. But I like it a lot. And when can you go wrong with investing in something that just launches? The only time you can go wrong is something like ICP, Internet Computer. And what was the problem there is that they had so many investors and so much money put into it. It's like, dude, like there's only so much that people can buy, and then those people are gonna dump. So it's like it's not really a good idea in my opinion. So you gotta watch out for things like that happen because it just can be dangerous to your money. You kind of want like a very low IDOs to be launched, and then you go ahead and um, dump your money into it on the launch, and you'll do well. I've very rarely seen coins that you do a launch and then if you buy early, it does bad still. I rarely see that. So, all right, we have a I would say we're going to see some resistance here, especially on that area. Yeah, look at that. There's just so much volume coming in right now. I really hate how, I don't know what's going on. Like, it reset everything on my trading view. That sucks. All right, so you can see here we have the point of control here, we have a CC here, we have a daily level here, and I bet you we can find a lot more confluence if we wanted to look. Um, if you're looking for when to buy, I would say right now is a really good time. And if you want a quick flip, you're talking about like 20%, which is great. That's great. So as of right now, the way that I'm playing this bull market is I'm actually just holding holding on to my coins, and I'm just kind of holding it. I'm not really doing much with it. I'm not trying to swing trade too much unless I have like big bags of it and I see an opportunity. But like something like Cryo Wars, I've only put in a few $100s, so I'm not gonna be like swing trading it for a chance of like what 10% more. It's just not worth your time and effort, especially when you manage so many coins. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. But yeah, look for Cryo Wars. We came and retapped this 4 hour candle. You can see here we hovered on this support for a while, and that would have been a sign to you that we're about to tank. We did, and we've been trying to repop past it, and we finally did. Looks like it found support again here. We're also at the CC, so I mean, this is a good time to buy if you want Cryo Wars. Yeah, all right. So I just want to show this really quick. I thought this was beautiful. Y'all saw, if you looked at the live stream, that some time ago I called out like 3 days ago. I was like, we were right here, and I was like, look, there's so much confluence that we come and wick down on this box. And it's just so beautiful sometimes the CTA work out the way it does, because we really did come and wick that box. And when we wicked the box, we did a nice pump of 10%. If you had done a limit order, you'd be good. Now, I still think this is a great entry. We may come if Bitcoin drops again and go lower, but look, you're not gonna get the lows and the highs, and this might really be the low for all we know. This is a higher low, and so we could be doing well. I don't know, but this is the beauty of TA, is just that it works super well. Now, the last coin that someone wanted me to look at was CKB. Looks like this is a newer coin. What is CKB? Or maybe they just added it to Binance. That's what's going on. All right, well, let's take a quick look. I really hate that I have to manually do this. It's super frustrating. So I always think that you should just never chase pumps. Um, I haven't looked at what this pump is yet, but I mean, clearly this has moved up. The issue is a lot of times what you don't want. Yeah, this did freaking 3x since like a short time. End of September to now, like that was a really big pump. We came into the CC. This is a strong rejection. If I were to buy, I guess that's the goal, right? If you're trying to sell, you would have obviously tried to sell at the CC. That would have been a really great place to sell. But if I were to try to buy, um, you have to consider a few things, right? Like, are we in a bull market, and do you really believe in this coin quite a lot? If you believe in the coin a lot, then maybe that means you buy on the 382, which we're probably at. Yeah. So we're already at the 382. Um, maybe you buy one time here, and the final buy here. But to me, this already has some confluence in the fact that this is the CC. There's a naked point of control here for a monthly level, which is a lot stronger. But like, even if you don't decide to wait, that's a 20% drop, which is like a what, 30% rise, 25% rise. Um, So yeah, honestly, when I see a coin like this, it doesn't interest me to fully do TA on it. It's really simple where you just need to wait it out. Like this shot all the way up, all the FOMO happens, and look, it literally comes back down to pretty much where it started. So if you even bought here, you'd be screwed at when it was here. Obviously, you'd be up now, but it's just like think about how long you had to wait from March all the way till July of just suffering and just waiting for it to just drop, and then you're hoping that it pumps, then it hits this. If you look at like OMG, which I held for so long, super annoyingly, and I don't know why I didn't catch this, sadly. Ugh. I sold on this box, rebought, I think at 16 when I wasn't good at waiting, still not that great. I didn't see this. I would have sold or at least set a stop loss here. And now we're way down here, which is like a huge drop, right? That's like a gigantic drop, 50% drop almost. Thankfully, I took out the principal, which is the most important thing, right? And I just let the profits stay in. It's just I'm down on the profits now, which sucks. And so my point is, if you were in this coin, you really should have sold on the CC. You should have sold up here, just because it's such a strong resistance. And yes, you would have seen it go up, and you just got to look away from the charts. If you really want back in, this is where I would buy. And typically, I just don't like these types of charts. Is it possible we blow up? Sure. I don't know what this coin is, but I do think it's possible because we're in a bull market. So, put simply, like, I'd buy a little bit now here if I really liked it, and I'd buy a lot here. And if we somehow broke lower, excuse me, I would expect the point of control. We definitely, that's where the most volume has come in, and so I would definitely expect that. Um, well, I just want to show one last thing. Just look at this chart, and you tell me, what do you think is going to happen to AVAX? We literally hit the top, and then what happens? We have Bitcoin tank, and Bitcoin and AVAX is like, nope, I don't want none of this nonsense. And it's literally not tanked. Like, to me, this is so bullish. If you were to buy a coin, not financial advice, is just for paper trading, obviously, I would buy AVAX. To me, this is just really, really bullish. And the fact that it hasn't done a mega pump, I mean, yes, on the early times it did, from right here, obviously. But it's like this thing did not phase it at all. It literally was not phased, and you can see that um, it's just staying up. Maybe I have my TA wrong. I haven't like renewed my TA on this, but let's just say that it's trying to break something here to go higher. It's literally clinking on the top. And so to me, this is just a very bullish sign. Luna, I love to death, and so like I would always recommend one by Luna, especially because it has tanked so much. This is a huge drop, huge, and it looks like this scenario failed, and this scenario failed, and this one's playing out. Bottom of the channel, see what goes from there. All right, well that's all I got. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Yeah, it looks like it's struggling. But yeah, my thought still remains the same. I believe that it will keep this monthly support. If I'm wrong, drops below, retests, I'm gonna know it's gonna go here. In fact, I'm gonna set an alarm. All right, cool guys. Well, thanks for watching live TA sessions, and hope you guys have a good day.